It's time for Sunrise with Jesus. Be sure to follow this podcast on iTunes, Google Play Music, Facebook, and YouTube. And now, be blessed by today's ride.
Good morning and welcome to Sunrise with Jesus. I hope so far that your morning has been blessed and that you just awakened with just a praise in your heart and you're just ready to start your day. And one of the things that I want to share with you as you go throughout your day is weariness. And one of the things that inspired me with that is Apostle Kareem's message Monday night from Sons Training. He was talking about being a faithful steward. And you know, a lot of times we can be very faithful inside of our duties and our responsibilities inside of the church, maybe on our jobs, maybe even in our homes, almost to the point where people will look upon us and call us reliable, dependable. They'll call us for just about anything. Maybe we're good at a whole lot of things and maybe like a jack of all trades but a master of none. And a lot of times you can come to the point where people are pulling on you, and you can grow weary in well-doing. But you know, that's something that God tells us not to be, is weary in well-doing. Even so much as not becoming weary when you are ministering to others in your territorial sphere of influence. A lot of times you can long suffer with somebody that the Lord has brought in your path. You may be trying to walk them through a situation that they're going through, and perhaps they're not saved, you know, or they could be. But if they're not, of course, you know, they don't have the Spirit, so they don't have the power. But let's say, for example, the person is saved and you're just ministering to them, maybe year after year after year, and they hear you, they say, yes, I see that. They even agree with what you're saying. They see it in the Word. They even see the examples of the different situations that they've done. But they never stop and apply that Word to their life. So when it's like hands off and you kind of let them walk by themselves, they fall or they just don't apply that Word. We cannot take it personally when they don't do that. Why? Because we're not God. The issue is really between them and God. You just happen to be the mouthpiece that God is using. But what happens is when we grow weary in those situations, two things actually. One, we're running on our own willpower. We're no longer in the Spirit. Because Jesus now, in his example, he never got weary. He just did what the Father told him to do. One of the things that we don't consider is that God experienced this individual in eternity. So he knows all the ins and outs. He knows what it's going to take or how long it's going to take for that person to, the light bulb to go on. And they're just going to be like, ah. And then in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, they'll just be walking steady in what they were originally called to do. The other side of that is it's an opportunity now for us to look at our strengths or our weaknesses, because what is God trying to show you? That, you weren't really in the Spirit if you got weary. You weren't really, depending on the power of the Lord to just operate through you so that person could come to that knowledge and that truth of where they are. So it's actually twofold, something for the individual you're ministering to and then something for yourself. So I hope you take those little nuggets with you today and that you can apply them in your life and even just do a self-examination as to where you really are in God, because he wants to use you, he wants to take you all the way, and he doesn't want you to be weary. So you have a great day, and if this message has really encouraged you, this little nugget, then we want you to like and share the page. Send it to your friends, your family members. Just do some evangelistic work and help spread the word of Jesus Christ so that more people can just have a Jesus-filled day. So we want to encourage you to remember, every morning, have your sunrise with Jesus.
If you enjoyed today's sunrise, continue to rise with us by following our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Sunrise with Jesus. And lastly, visit our website, www.sunrisewithjesus.com. Sunrise with Jesus, as faithful as the sun.
So, you have a great day. And I think I'm supposed to say something at the end, but I forget how it goes. house. Something about,
Supposed to remember to always have your sunrise.
yes, remember to always have your sunrise with Jesus.
Tell them to like and share the page.
Oh, and like and share the page.